I don't know where I am, Cafeteria or Santa Barbara, but it's cute. I'm on my way to Carmel, taking the coast all the way up. And this is one of those places where they've done a smart thing, but they've done it for a long, oh boy, at least a half a mile, closed down the streets. So they're all for pedestrian travel, and it's full of cute looking restaurants. This would be a good place to spend a couple of days. And I just stopped so I could go to Starbucks there. House of Clubs. Yeah, this is very nice. I am in the Big Sur region, about 1 hour south of Carmel. I've been taking the coast route all the way, which is one of the most beautiful drives you can ever make in your life, past San Simeon, Hearst Castle. And I'm very fortunate because this coast road has been closed for many years now, and it just reopened. One of the reasons it just reopened is this new man-made stone shelter, or they crafted a tunnel, because that rock up there is all going to come down one day or another. And it has many, many times and wiped out that road. The roads here get wiped out all the time. Bixby Bridge has been the big issue, and that has just reopened. So I was able to make this trip. So it's cold, and it's windy, and it's overcast because it's Big Sur, and that's just what it's like. Beautiful as can be. And I'm in Carmel. By the miracle of modern video editing, I'm here. For those of you who've never been to Carmel, you need to make it #1 on your list. It's an amazing place. Just amazing. The problem is, you might not want to leave. So many shops, places to eat. Right now it's high tourist season, and it's crowded. You hear a lot of different languages. Everything's quaint, cute. Parking is impossible. They say they have public parking, but they don't. They know they have a parking problem. They've always known it. My older sister moved here when I was a young teenager, and once I could drive, I was here all the time. And I even went on and off for 7 years, went to the State Fire Academy here. And yes, I did graduate. In fact, I just got my transcripts, and it turns out I was a straight 4.0 for those 7 years. I had no recollection of that. I think I could eat everything in there if it didn't have gluten. Yeah, people everywhere. I've already heard, I don't know how many different languages. I got to get out of this crowd though. One of the things about Carmel are the trees, and it's famous for the Sol cypress tree, which is not here right now, but the trees. They're everywhere. And this is Dolores, which is probably the most, right here, probably the most popular street there is, and they're tearing it up for something. Since it's straight line like that, I assume it's sewer, plumbing, something or other. It's too bad because there's a lot going on Dolores, but at least you can still get there by foot still. And it's known for little places like this. All these shops are just kind of tucked in. Oh, that coffee smells good. And dogs. Carmel's entirely dog friendly. The Christmas store, kind of obvious, speaks for itself, but it's more than just Christmas. Got Easter Bunny right there. And it's a year-round store, and it's busy year-round. Then Odd W. Shucks Oyster House has been here for, I don't know, 50 years? Something like 50 years. Most of these places they make a fortune here. kinds of fashions, art galleries. I've bought a lot of art here. My house is filled with art that I've acquired in Carmel galleries. I've also bought many hats here, but not from this shop. Food court. There are little eateries tucked in all over the place, and you just have to explore because they just kind of pop up out of little corners, and they might only seat like 4 people. Looks like it's going to rain. There's a little hot dog stand around this corner that I know very well. So the pen I write my books with is in France getting repaired. So here I am at a store called The Pleasure of Writing and picking up a substitute fountain pen because I write with a fountain pen. Lots of choices.
I can't return it, but when Helmut comes back,
Paper,
he can issue you a credit,
pads,
or you can just swap it out for another bottle.
Pens.
No, you can bring it by today.
It's kind of fun writing books like these, but I would go through so many.
Right.
Might look at one though. Now this is Carmel Plaza. I've been here, I don't know, before I was born. There's a cheese shop downstairs. There are a lot of things in here, but there's a cheese shop downstairs. That's the best I've found anywhere in the world. Of course, you can spend a lot of money on these cheeses. Things grow here, you know, it's always wet, so things grow. If you haven't caught on yet, you don't come to Carmel to save money, but you still want to come here. Okay, last time I was here, the cheese shop was right down there. And let's find out. And it's still here. Fabulous.
That's good.
That is good, but
They got flooded many years ago and had to relocate, but obviously they got back into their old location here. And not just cheeses, but jams and jellies and wines and olives.
Sure. She's going like, yes, please. That's his favorite is the dinner party. But I think we're good for these 4.
Yeah. Good for those 4, you sure? That's lunch and it's right.
Yeah. That's how we roll.
And I bought a horseradish cheddar from Denmark, and it's delicious. Half a pound of that. Not a bad price either. I was quite surprised. Let's see what else. That place has been there a long time, and they have a lot of good stuff up in there. A couple of restaurants. There's a new coffee shop. There's a new tasting room, Japanese restaurant with some nice outdoor dining and fireplaces. They have fireplaces here you can just sit and enjoy. Chocolate shop. There's the dining for the Japanese restaurant. And the coffee shop here. I think I'll go get a cup of decaf. There's another one of those awesome trees.
Did you love that jacket?
Huge.
I did.
right over here is the best toy store you're ever going to see. Yes, ma'am, you do have to stop. It's been here, again, like everything else, it's been here a very long time. And if you ever need to find a present for that special niece or nephew or whoever, this is where you want to go. And I think they do Thinker Toys. I think they do mail order and shipping. But they have lots of puzzles.
Hello.
Looks like it's Willy Wonka time.
More like Mr. Megorium, I would say.
Yep. I haven't been in here for about 10 years.
Oh my goodness. Well, welcome back.
Now this was Doris Day's place for, I don't know, 40 years or so. She lived here. It's one of my favorite places, and I don't know if I'm going to have time to get here, but this is totally dog friendly. Everywhere in there it's all dogs, and they've all had like a $200 grooming before they show up. Good food, cute little bar, friendly people. Everybody's dressed like they're in Cotswold or someplace from England. But this really established Carmel as a dog-friendly place. So it's not legal, but you know, if they ban dogs in Carmel, they might as well just put a roadblock up and shut down the town. And it's not just the shops. All the houses are quaint, coast-side style houses that you would expect to find in a place called Carmel by the sea. They all have these names: Driftwood Dream. And they don't get mail delivery here. They have to go to the post office. So you know where to go because they don't have addresses. So this is Casanova 3 northeast of 7th. In other words, it's the third house down off the corner on 7th Street. And that's how you tell people sea days. That's why they have names, because they don't have addresses. So when your friends are coming to visit, you give them the name of the street and you tell them it's the third house on the right with a purple trim or something like that. Now this is Clint Eastwood's Mission Ranch, and I've been coming here for decades and decades and decades. It's a fabulous place, and he saved this from turning into a condominium complex. It was going to be sold, turned into 1 million condos right here on the water. And he bought it, and he put sheep out in the field. I'll show you on the next clip. And he just saved it. It's a treasure. It's a real treasure. This is where he met his most recent girlfriend, the one who died a few years back. And she was a receptionist here. I never met her, but I did have drinks with him for an hour or so many years ago. I don't know, 12, 14 years ago. He was in here. I doubt he comes in here anymore. He sold his house around here. Everybody wants to come here. There's always a line. That's why I'm here before it opens. There's always a line. And of course the food is excellent. The piano is excellent.
Yeah, it wasn't a good, this year, winter rain. But maybe. Yeah, right. Still can. Yes, sir.
This is the back dining area. I like that table in the corner. And you have to get here, if you want one of these tables, you have to get here early. And the sheep are not all out, but you see, there are some of them. There's a black sheep. He flew in from Montana. All of this field, and then that's the ocean right over beyond there. And Betty White's house, she just died, and her house is right there. So all this field is for the sheep, and they go gamboling around. I've stayed in that house. They go gamboling around and have a good time. And then the interior, seated dining. They have a great piano bar. there's a little bit of a story here. It's cold and damp, so the sheep are, get in there a little tighter. The sheep are bedded down. At 5 o'clock, which is coming up pretty soon, I don't know what you call these guys, but the sheep herder will come out from over there and send a signal, and they all will come out. Normally they're all over the field out there, but the story is this. If you look right, let me zoom. Come on. See that little dark guy right there? So years ago, Clint wanted one black sheep in the family, and he had that rascal flown in from Montana. And so that's the black sheep of the family for Mission Ranch. Isn't it beautiful here? So I was just in there having, you would not believe the size of the prime rib the guy next to me had. Holy cow, it was a side of beef. What a setting though, huh? And to close out the evening, after wonderful conversations and quite a few book sales, by the way, at Mission Ranch, I'm at Alvarado back in downtown Carmel. Never tried it. To me, it's a new place. It's a brew pub, as you can see. All these great beers up there. And none of them have wheat, which is excellent for me. All kinds of options. So right there, I have a nitrogen-charged milk stout. Good stuff. We'll see. My food's on the way. So as long as I'm breathing, this will be Doris Day's place. To me, doggy, it's a slow night. But you know, it's fine dining with dogs. And this is a very, very nice upscale place. Rooms are $500-600 a night for tiny, tiny rooms. Cypress Inn. Tiny. I stayed here one time, and I mean, you know, I'm not kidding. $500-700 a night, and the rooms are like maybe 12 by 10, because this is old, very old place. And normally, this would be full of dogs. I just asked the guy, he said, no, 10 minutes ago, half an hour ago, this was full of dogs. And for whatever reason, it's slow. Oh, there's another one just showed up over there. And they accommodate them. They've got a water dish down there, and the place is extremely dog friendly. I could tell the story about how my older sister created Carmel as being dog friendly, but I'm not going to. In this same place, this is the relax room, and I have sat where those two people are sitting by the fire with your drinks. I have sat in here so many times with the rain pouring down outside. Sometimes a player at the piano, sometimes not, just friendly conversation. Normally the room is packed. Again, this place it's pricey. So, you know, it kind of limits who comes here. So, I'll zoom in. This is Doris Day's place. So, all of her posters up there. She was so pretty back then. There. Over there. And on I goes, because she made a ton of movies. Right there. I do not know, since she passed, I don't know who picked up the estate and who controls everything here. She wasn't seen in here, and I never did see her in here, but she used to come in, but I think the last time she came in was over 10 years ago. You know, she got quite elderly and just wasn't coming in anymore. Prior to that, she was in, yeah, I wouldn't say frequently, because she became kind of a hermit. She lived up on the hill with a bunch of animals, and as she said, no men. She really forsake men. Kim Novak lives here, also, by the way. And so, to close out this fabulous day, back home in Arizona, at night we dine with misters to cool us from the heat. And here, a stone's throw from the ocean, the mighty Pacific, we dine with flames to keep us warm and a little bit dry. I just touched my cap, my wool cap, and it's wet. And it's not even misty or raining. It's just the atmosphere is wet. But this is so nice. It's so charming and welcoming and comforting. And there's no hassle to move away. You just sit here and enjoy.